So the managerial part of our mind is basically afraid. And it's like got a hold of you and wants all your time because it's afraid you won't get everything done, right?
Yeah.
And that will cause this, that, or the other problem or embarrassment or whatever, And so it's really helpful to notice that about that side of ourselves, that there's some fear. It's what you described as a force. There's a force there. And there's, and that force wants to like grab your consciousness, take it over, and just direct things. And yet it's not completely happy. I find that there's something in me, the very something that keeps all the lists and wants to get everything done. It's tired. It wants a break. It doesn't even know quite that it can take a break. There's something in that loop of our conditioning and this, this sense of responsibility that side of us carries, that it doesn't even consider the possibility of rest, though it wants it, And so just a couple things that I find relax it. One is gratitude. Ironically, really like showing yourself appreciation for this part of you that wants to be efficient about getting things done. You can appreciate that. It doesn't work to hate it or fight it. It works to be grateful and to just let it know you can relax now. It's actually okay right now to close the computer, go away from the desk, and do something else that's not something that needs to get done, And it's so important to practice that. It's even important for the manager, even though the manager, out of fear, doesn't necessarily think he or she can do that. It's really sometimes a relief. And I've occasionally felt this kind of, what should I say, warmth within myself when I've like really recognized how hard some aspect of me, this managerial side of me, is working to match all the things that are coming its way. It likes that recognition. It likes to know, and again, it's like we are multiplicity of selves inside. And that's why I tend to like talk about the manager as a person, because it is kind of like a person. And so one's presence can actually see that side and what it's trying to do and give it appreciation. And that's kind of out of the box. It's out of the manager's box, because the manager's box is, this needs to get done. This bad thing might happen if it doesn't get done. I'm afraid they'll let go. And it operates in that box, and it needs the greater presence that you are to open the box, and say, hey, I see what a good job you're doing in there. I can see this is how you love me. This is your way of loving me, is stepping up to all this responsibility. And, hey, you can relax right now. Try it out. Let me know how that goes, Catalina. That force you're talking about, it is a real consciousness. It's just stuck in a mode. It's stuck in a perspective, and it needs our greater presence to lift us out of it and provide perspective. And it really does want to rest. The managerial side of us really does want to rest, and more than just flopping down in bed at night and getting up the next day and doing it. It really wants some leisure and enjoyment.